some advice out to Solomon. A couple questions that you had asked. Let me see where to start. Mustache on point. So you asked about the different. Oh fuck! I got phone on me. It can multitask. I can multitask. Let's go there. Fucking messenger. Solomon David Akasoba. I probably said that wrong. I'm sorry. So you spin in my direction. We both kick roundhouse with our right, hook kick with our left. That's good to know. Okay, so you asked how to translate from 540 to tornado. I don't know what you mean by that entirely, so I'm going to kind of make a couple predictions or assumptions. So with a tornado is a 540 is a hyper tornado. Hyper, as I had mentioned before, a while back, it used to kind of denote just adding like a half turn or adding on the next foot. At least that's how we understood it out in the East Coast. Later on, we learned more about the stances and like what they really are. Nick has a really nice video where he does like a dance of the stances. So like a landing complete, for us it's on our left. Hyper's adding 90 degrees, landing on the right. Mega, another 90 on the left, so I'm now 180 past complete. Hyper, mega, semi would be another 90 back to the right, so hyper stance, 180 degrees around, can't even stand. And then double. So the little jig is complete, hyper, mega, semi, double. And it works pretty well. If you use that and always apply hyper to that, it makes it a lot more easy to understand what you mean by saying hyper. Now you mentioned doing a hyper pop 3. You said cheat, another thing I want to talk about later. So that would be just kicking, landing on the left leg. So hyper, that's what I used to call it. Now, at least how I think I understand the stances, is that would be more that mega stance, because we got the hyper and the mega. So play with that as you will. But you did say cheat 3, because you were coming from, what was it? Fuck, let me see. So yeah, all right, so finish with tornado and 540. So 540 is a hyper tornado. Now, I mentioned, God, there's going to be a lot of back and forth between texts, so anybody else watching this video, it's not going to make any damn sense. But if you want to go with true kicking terminology, TKT, or mainstream, kind of up to you. I started out only knowing mainstream. I'm out in Colorado now, where a lot of people speak TKT. I'm trying to learn it. I think it's beneficial. I think I would have learned faster with the accurate terminology. So use that if you want. But in TKT, they call everything by their proper rotation. So a cheat 900 is a cheat 540 round, I believe. But for some reason, they still hold on to 540 kick as just the name of the trick and nothing like indicative of the rotation or work being put in. So mainstream and true kicking terminology, just a 540 kick, hyper tornado. If you mean by a transition from one, or translate from one, maybe you have a tornado and you want a 540. So I can actually give you some quick advice with that. You can play this over again and do them on your own. So when I taught 540 to my demo team, easiest way for them to learn it was by doing a standing 540 knee. So holding your left leg, that's going to be your chamber leg. I can't stand still. I just sessioned. I'm so tired. So left leg, left knee is up, and you're just going to hop your right knee over your left. That's most of the work. That's kind of harder than a 540 kick if you do it right. We're going to do that from cheat setup. So you're just going to cheat, lift that knee, right knee hops over. Comes up, knee hop. Now I'm trying to land back on this leg. You'll notice that as I'm trying to bring this leg back to the ground, I bring this one back up. That was a big problem when I learned 540s the first time. I didn't know how to pull that pump leg back, so I would always land like 1-2. So do that one more time. Now watch how there's a pump, the knee pumps over, and then that pump leg stays in the air. I kind of left up too long, felt the glasses slipping, but oh well. You get the point. I don't have the best 540, but I understand enough of it to teach it to a degree. So here's 540 kick. It's going to be a more aggressive knee pump than I would do for a tornado, and I want more of a roundhouse. Tornado can come up and kick to the side. It can be flashy. It can be straight up and down if you want it that way. But if you're trying to 540, trying to kick straight up and down and pulling that leg sideways, that's where a lot of people get the ACL injuries. Whereas if you go from a roundhouse and pull it down, I'm landing in a more comfortable direction on my knee. So 540 kick. That was so bad. I'm so tired. But yeah, critique that. I'm bad at 540s. Don't worry about it. Back to my phone. What are we on next? Now you said pop 2 is pop 3 to pop 3. I'm guessing by translate you mean transition. So, and then parafuso to pop 3. Or it's backside 3. Okay, that one, I understand what you mean. So pop 3, I'm just going to assume that you mean transition from one to the other. So that would be, pop gets kind of lost in understanding from time to time. Because pop and punch, people don't quite understand. So just really quick with the basic or standard takeoffs. We have swing, I'm sure you know that, where you're swinging. There's also swing, we swing this way. So we got 2 swings. We have cheat, which cheat is just a vanish into a vert kick done from standing. So, well, you know cheat, so we'll just go with that. We won't explain it, we have cheat. Now for it to be a vanish, as going towards a cheat, say I do a tornado kick, a round kick, land on my left, I step my right down, left comes up. So I'm landing 1, 2, being left foot is 1, right foot is 2. I'm taking off 1, 2. Left foot is 1, right foot is 2. So it come from round, vanish, round. Don't think those are my tornado kicks. That's vanish. Cheat is when you start. So you wouldn't need to say vanish, cheat 9 if I'm going to do tornado 9. Ooh, glass is definitely coming off for this one. Those were so bad. Okay. Tornado, vanish, cheat 9. You can just say vanish 9 because it implies a cheat that I'm going 1, 2 in this direction. Vanish also goes the other way. So, oh man, I really don't want to do another 540. I'll do an aerial. So vanish from an aerial, say to a butterfly twist. Because I'm going to be landing, now my right leg is 1, my left leg is 2, lifting for the B twist, right leg is 1, left leg is 2. Aerial B twist. Oh, we were talking about aerials before, and now I'm going to do a bad aerial. Whatever. I'm going to hook. So, there you go. 540, or nope. Aerial, 1, 2, 1, 2, B twist. Vanish, into a twist, into a cheat kick, or vert kick. Let's see. Pop 3, pop 3. Now, pop is landing 1, 2, taking off of both. That can go both ways. I can land a full 1, 2, pop into a full. I can land, this would be kind of weird, if I can land hyper full, pop into a full. 1, 2, take off 2. Punch is going to be when you're typically more when you're tumbling, where you land on 2, take off 2. So there you have swing, other swing, so front and backside swing, pop, cheat, and vanish. So if you're going to go into a pop 3, from a pop 3, you're going to be landing, fuck, I don't like to do that from just a pop 3. I'd rather do it from a hyper 3. Fuck, mega 3. See? Still do it, because I want to land back on that kicking leg. So I would do land on the 3 leg, pop again. Again, this is if this is what you mean by translate, because that word means something else to me. Pop 3, pop, oh shit, that's hard. Okay, now make it a little easier. Pop 3, punch 3. That's again going to be landing 2 feet, taking off 2 feet. So I'm going to land the 3. We used to call this hyper. I don't really know what it's called anymore when you land on both feet. But we're going to do that. So pop 3, punch 3. I tried to go for double leg. I'm just going to go for double leg. It's more fun. If I went off frame, I'm sorry. So I would use pop or punch rather than pop, going from 3 to 3. It's a really long video. I'm sorry if I waste your time and you don't get anything from this, but I'm trying. Now parafuso is a lot more common to land with a punch takeoff opportunity, I guess, because you want left foot to come up, right foot to meet it, double leg down. So landing 2 feet at a time. I really like doing hyper parafuso. I don't think it's that hard, but a lot of people don't seem to do it. I think it's just more uncomfortable than difficult. Backside is a good question. You just see my list that I wrote to you before. 25-40, pop, vanish, cheat, good. Stances, have make a swing, semi-double. Okay, yeah, so now pop also means front side, so then backside would be opposite of that. So for us, when I do a pop 3, when you do a pop 3, you take off and your right shoulder is the direction of your kick. So you come up, left foot kicks, come back down, pop 3. Backside would be if we're standing still and our left shoulder is facing forward. Now I don't know why we called pop frontside pop back in the day, but we did. So now it's just easier to know this way target backside, this way target frontside, and then you're good. So if you end up doing a double leg and you come around to here and you pop because you're landing on 2, taking off of 2, but you're in this orientation, it's going to be a backside because of the direction. Typically what I see, true pop kicks are done from just a pop setup, just running into a pop. Yeah, backside is usually if it's in the middle of a combo. But it depends on how you land, depends on what you're coming out of. I don't think we mentioned anything else other than you said you're working on aerial and gainer. Now, if you can't put moves together yet, 1, you're wrong, you just don't know that you're wrong. Take a paper, write down all the tricks you can do, rip them into pieces. If you have three moves, that's enough. Because any combo you can do, you can replace the order in any way, and you can still do it. You just might have to add a transition. If you can't figure out a transition, clunkily spin into it, just do whatever, add a hook kick, you can always add a hook kick. Just try to do any tricks you have in all sequences possible. Great way to learn how to combo. But if you're working on a gainer and aerial for now. Gainer, I'm just gonna give you a way that you can work on. This is how I learned it, but I've taught it a bunch of different ways. Fuck it. I like scoot. Scoot was my first setup. Whatever you have, treat it as a very slant gainer. You're gonna be going completely over the side. I'm gonna try to swing, going that way. Maybe you can see it. So I'm gonna swing that way when I'm back facing you. So I did not invert at all. Let me just check, make sure I'm still recording. I don't think this has been 20 minutes. All right, we got 6 left. We're gonna try to do it in this frame. So I'm just gonna swing instead of straight across, kind of over my left shoulder now. Give myself a little bit of inversion. Just using my leg. I'm not even standing up and using my arms yet. Main difference from that to a gainer is legit just standing up, just getting my shoulders over my hips, and then letting my leg do the exact same thing. That's gonna be your gainer. Whatever setup you're comfortable with, slowly, even if it takes you days to get through that horizontal to vertical, it took me fucking weeks. Get there. So, aerial. Now you said you have butterfly kick. This is a pretty simple tip for aerial, but it's going to take iterations. It's on you to put in the trial and error for it. When I butterfly kick, I pull my elbow behind my leg so I can get that lateral rotation for the kick. So butterfly kick, not great, but it's there. Pull that elbow behind. For an aerial, a lot of it's the same. Now a gymnastics aerial, they're going to be swinging straight forward like they're going into a walkover, Webster. Martial arts, tricking aerial, you can do that if you want. It's way harder. I wouldn't suggest it. I would suggest doing more kind of like that side-to-side cartwheel that we do. Think of it like the same momentum and timing as your butterfly kick, but instead of ripping that elbow behind you and up, try to keep it on the inside of your leg. So changing this to this for your takeoff makes a huge difference. Keep your eyes on the floor the whole time. Your hands will catch you more than you want. You're just gonna have that like shitty fear and put your hands down. Just start doing that less, but keeping that elbow in is going to make a big difference with it. It's one of those moves that I do it from a hook kick almost always. I don't really like when I'm standing, but it's one of those that when you get it, you can be pretty upset that it took you so long to get it. But that's tricking. That's fucking all the moves. Yeah, if you have any more questions, I would love to help more. I'm sorry this is so clunky. I should have done it at the beginning of the session. My brain is all over the place. But work on it. Send me clips. If you have Snapchat, add me on Snapchat or Instagram. Just send me footage, and I'll see if I can help. It's the least I can do for tricking, I guess. All right. Good night, man. Or good morning. Or good day. I don't know when you are.